Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with the Abby Reviews, and this is gonna be my review for Cartel Cruise Season 3, Episode 5, 6. I don't know. I'll have it right in the description. But we moving closer and closer to the wedding. Calamity, I'm sure, it's gonna ensue. Diana is still talking about that infant and what he won't and won't allow, will and won't allow her to do. Okay, let's just jump into it. Okay, so we start. They have arrived at the palace for all of the wedding festivities, and everybody is in place and happy. Blanca and Marie and Michael show up, and they go into their rooms, they get in their gifts, all of that stuff. And they're like, "Where's Diana?" And it's just like, she's not coming. She chose her. I told her that her boyfriend couldn't come because Michael said, "We don't know you. You still know." She said, "I'm not coming. If my boyfriend can't come, I'm not coming." And so she's like, "You're gonna choose your boyfriend over our friendship?" And she's like, "Yeah, I am." Okay, daughter, that's the choice she made. She got up and walked away. She said she's been trying to reach out to her since she made the decision. But Marie's like, "No, it's over with. You chose your boyfriend, so stay over there with your boyfriend." I mean, so bachelor party time, strippers, money, drinks, screaming. A good time was had by all half naked bitches everywhere, money in the air. It looked like a good time. A good time. Listen, it looks like something that I wouldn't have any issue participating in. They looked like they had a ball. Okay, so it's the morning after. Everybody's hungover. They're trying to get their lives back together after the bachelorette parties. They're eating the breakfast and things. Eddie is sitting down with the boys and having a conversation. Kat says every time she sees Eddie, she just relives all of the pain every single time. So Eddie's having a conversation about introducing his girlfriend to everybody, the crew, and he was like, "I gotta prep her because she didn't grow up around this life, it's gonna be what it is." So he's like, and she gets a phone call, and he was like, "Look, that's her girlfriend right now." And he was like, "Yeah, it is." He's like, "Babe," he couldn't really hear her at first because she's whispering. And she's like, there was a shooting in the mall." She's like, "I'm in the mall." He's like, "What mall?" She's like, "Aventura." And she's like, "There was a shooting. We're hiding in a store." And the phone cuts off, and Eddie freaks out. He's like, "I got to get out of here. I got to get to the mall. I don't know what's happening. There's a shooter. We don't know." Baby, at first, when they did the commercial, they said Kat was in the mall. I feel bamboozled because I feel like when the commercial last week, and it was like Kat's in the mall and Eddie runs to the mall, I thought they meant Tattoo Baby. And I was like, oh, even though they're not together, that's his baby mama, he gonna run to the mall. No, they talk about his little raggedy girlfriend. I guess. We'll see. So as much as I love Kat, her reaction to finding out this news that this boy's girlfriend is stuck in the mall with an active shooter, don't be a dick about the whole situation. She's like, "It's just a shooter." Is that how you would want her to act if it was you in the situation? It's just a shooter. She'll be fine. And if not, then Eddie will raise the baby. It'll be okay. He'll be okay without. I'll be his new mommy. Like, why are you being a dick? Why? Okay, so Kat is being a complete jackass about this whole situation. She's like, "It's just a gun. It's just a shooter." Eddie does what he can. The production, they grab a camera crew. They jump in the van. They go over to the mall. He is looking around, looking for her. Her phone is dying, so he's frantically looking for her. He finally finds her. She was able to exit the mall unharmed. And, he's just reassuring her that he got her, he loves her, and all that good stuff. That's great. Meanwhile, back at the house, Betty is triggered because it's coming up on the anniversary of her sister's murder. And, the gun thing is the violence, it took her over. She can't do it. She can't do it. She can't process it. And she's immediately triggered. Now, Kat's reaction, Tattoo Baby's reaction, has really sent her over the edge because she's just like, Betty is like once. So Betty is unfortunately under the false assumption that all guns should be banned. That is just not realistic at this juncture in the world. It's just not a real. It would be lovely in a utopian society, but that's not. We live in the real world, and they're not going to ban all the guns. That's just not going to happen, and them not agreeing with her, as well as the nonchalantness and non-caring way that Tattoo Baby is responding to this situation is too much. Betty goes up and she's crying and she's upset. Marie goes to talk to her, and she was like, I just don't want anybody to have to go through what I went through. She was like, because they was like, they'll be fine. And she was like, yeah, I thought my sister was going to be fine, and she never came home. And so she's hysterical. They're trying to get her together. Like I said, Eddie found his girlfriend. They're okay. So, all right. So they found out that Eddie is fine and the girlfriend is fine. And so they're moving on to the next activity, which is a spa day. There's massages, vitamin drips, anal bleaching. Why is there anal? Okay. We're bleaching our anuses now. That doesn't seem like a process that I would want to, no. So there's like, where's Betty? There's like, she's up in her room. She's like, she doesn't want to come down. She says she can't be around Kat because she said that a man was shot in the head right next to her, and then you just go about your day. And she was like, that's weird. You are a weirdo, and I don't want to be around you. Especially, why would you say that? Especially what you know what I'm going through. I'm trying to be very sensitive. So Betty is in her feelings. Like she's trying to be the best person that she could be for this whole wedding situation, but clearly it's not going well. So yeah, just stay in your room. If it's gonna cause you to try and fight somebody because their emotional response to violence is not what yours is, then so be it. So they're screaming about anal bleaching. They're getting massages. Marie comes over to talk to Kat and Stephanie. Stephanie says Solomon ain't gonna come down, who is Betty. And she's like, no, because she's not in a good place with Kat because of some of the things that was said. I was like, I wish. And then Kat says, well, I've been through a lot in this life, and so I don't react the same way to this type of stuff that a normal person would. So maybe she needs to just come down and talk to me so we can talk about it, so I can explain to her that, listen, after so much trauma, if you've been through so much trauma and things, and you've been through kidnappings and shootouts and seeing somebody shot in the head and your father murdered in front of you, you become desensitized to these type of things. So her reaction is not going to be the same as yours, who has never been through any of those type of things. And then this fresh thing. So Eddie makes it back to the house. Everybody's checking on him, make sure he's good. Kat is trying to be unbothered. Are we ever going to discuss the fact that she is still she still loves this man? The feelings are still there. They didn't die because she chose to remove herself from this situation because he couldn't love her the way she wanted to be loved doesn't mean that the love that she had for him has died. That is one of the hardest things to do, is to walk away from somebody that you are still in love with because you know it's what's best for the both of you. Now this child is trying to get her life together. She can't. Lord have mercy, fix it. So they asked Kat about her tattoo of Eddie's name on her chest, and then she's going to get it removed. She has a full-blown breakdown because she still has feelings for this man. And all the things that she is distraught because she did all of the things. She was solid. She was faithful. She was loyal in this whole relationship and loved him, no other, and still in love with him, knew that it wasn't right and took a step back to see him do a whole 180 and be everything that she ever wanted with someone else. And it's not like she gets a respite from it because he's still in their friend group. So it's not like it can be out of sight, out of mind for her because he is in her face all the time. So she don't ever get a break from it. And so she's breaking down. She in the room. Stephanie comes to talk to her and try and get her together. She just wants to be alone. So Betty is still upstairs crying. Poor Maria is like, this bitch has been having a nervous breakdown because of the nigga. This broad is upstairs is having a nervous breakdown because of the gun violence that just popped up on us unexpectedly. This is my wedding. None of y'all couldn't leave none of your bullshit behind for my wedding. None of y'all. Now, even my best friend is not here because she on some bullshit with this nigga. She fucking, like, it's a whole thing. And that's how the episode ended. Next episode is going to be the wedding. Hopefully everybody act like they got some sense. Diana shows up. There may be an altercation. I feel like Stephanie coming across the table because, again, she is just to do too much. But that was my review and recap for Cartel Crew. Season 3, episode, I think this is episode 6. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a kin. And I will catch you in the next one.